Hey guys. All right. Happy full moon. Happy full moon in Aquarius. So, how are you guys feeling? I have been really working on myself. So much inner work. It's exhausting because when you're on a spiritual journey, you also have the physical world that needs tending to, right? And I'm a person that channels all the time, right? And when I channel, I go into a trance state. And it is hard for me to just, it's hard to have everything going on at once, but I have been implementing the tools in my toolkit to better understand the world around me as I understand my inner world better too, through the process of my trance work for channeling. And it has been a journey. It has been, and that's putting it lightly. And every single individual on this planet has their own hero's journey. So now with the lunar nodes shifting, or have shifted, into the south node into Leo and the north node into Aquarius, it's going to bring up so much on how you've been performing. And I mean, like, how have you been performing on a community scale around people, your co-workers, how you wish to be seen, right? Be a leader. These are all things that are coming into question. And you're going to be like reflecting, and you might be receiving intuitive hits, downloads, or situations in your life where you're like, whoa. Like when the nodes were in South Node Virgo and North Node Pisces, for me, I had a lot of health complications, guys. And because Pisces is my 6th house and Virgo is my 12th. And there was a lot of subconscious rewiring also of my subconscious. So for me, I don't know if anyone else goes through the transits like this. I feel the astrology viscerally in my body. I've analyzed and like dissected my natal chart so much to understand myself better, because it has helped me in the past to do so. But now, and then with the North Node now in Aquarius, it's going to, if you've ever felt like the black sheep or like ostracized or exiled in some way, there might be wounds coming up during this time on how you wish to shine, but the way that you were presenting yourself publicly, or to however, whatever dynamic, and how you took on the role of leader and how you implemented that into your day-to-day life and in spaces and community spaces and so forth, that's going to be coming into question. How do you not abandon yourself? Like, Black Moon Lilith is still in Sagittarius, but finishing up there and then soon going into Capricorn. But whoa, wowee, whoa. I don't even know what to say. It's incredible how the collective for myself, my perspective, how I'm perceiving the world has shifted drastically from one day to the next when Saturn went retrograde on Sunday. Ooh, that's another video, right? So I'm hoping that this journey will, I don't know, because my Aquarius 5th house, I've been, after realizing my traumas from my past and working with it and not abandoning myself in the same format as before, now I'm realizing, okay, I gotta put myself first on so many different levels, right? And it's what it is. We have beautiful communities, but if we're not functioning as an individual, if we lose ourselves, that's why the preparation of the last lunar nodes axis being activated with Virgo and Pisces, I find it very interesting that now, okay, it's time to, how do we shine? How do we put ourselves out there? How do we allow ourselves to be in a, with friendships and our dreams? Aquarius is our dreams also. And rebelling against certain societal norms, in my opinion, because there's just something about rebellion and doing things your way. Where are you not willing to compromise anymore? And for me, being a Libra rising, that's a big one. And I've been learning that since the nodes were in Libra and Aries, because those are my natal nodes. I have a south node in Libra and a north node in Aries. Yo, my north node in Aries is like, ooh. She'd be like, please, let me breathe. This is has been so much because she is at 28 degrees, and with everything happening in Aries, and my south node is at 28 degrees of Libra, and let's not forget my vertex at 28 degrees Taurus, but all that shit, man. All that shit being activated. And then my sun is at 27 degrees Gemini. I don't even know what to tell you. So I have, I used to have, I would update this podcast called Empress Talks. I do not know if I'm going to continue with that one, but I am planning on a new podcast. But we'll see how that goes, because I want to talk more about my personal experiences that might assist the collective in some way. My intuitive knowings of what I've been going through in my chart. And I want to share it with you guys. I want to share my research. I want to share my insights. I want to bring in a lot of my inner work journey into a podcast format because I have lots to say. I mean, I have a ninth house, Gemini sun, and Uranus is now transiting that ninth house. And I want to share my spiritual journey, as I've always done, but I want to go back to doing it more actively. But Empress had to, I said Empress, Lucy, whatever you want to call me, but I've had to do a lot of healing. It has not been easy. I realized I didn't know that there was just too many things I didn't know about myself. It's crazy how we can form identities that we lose ourselves and what we truly want along the way because of societal conditioning, or any of the things that kind of our own wounds shift us depending on how hurt we were, and then we change the narrative. It's a lot of accountability, facing yourself in the mirror, which is never easy, but I think, in my opinion, that is one of the most important things, because anyone can complain about something. It takes a lot of strength, integrity. It takes a lot of courage to look at yourself in the mirror and say, oh, okay, so this is the pattern. Sorry, I have my friend's dog is here. This is the pattern. And if I want something to change, I got to be that change for myself. And that's what I've been working on for the last 2 years specifically, especially because it's just been so many changes and I'm so tired. But I'm glad to be here and sharing my journey with you guys. And who knows what might happen. I want to go back to being creative. That's another thing. My creativity, my desire to create kind of died for a while, and I'm kind of like, it's slowly blossoming again. But it has taken so much time to trust my voice, my inner world, my own abilities. My own abilities were questioned. My own intuition was questioned. I started questioning everything. And I lost myself in it. And it was not easy. It was not easy. It was not easy. But here I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm a tough cookie. I got a Capricorn Mars. She might be retrograde, but she a tough cookie. And that's in my 4th house. I have a 4th house Capricorn. That has not been easy in my life. And I love analyzing charts because it's beautiful. We're all beautiful. And all we can do is truly trust ourselves. And when we trust ourselves more, we open up. We open up to trusting others again. I have a Scorpio moon on top of that. Can you believe this? I got cut off. Talking about my Scorpio moon, she's not happy. She's like, rude. Listen, I get to choose when I get to be secretive or not talk at all or go and, But yeah, okay. I went on I decided to just talk. I've been wanting to do the podcast episode, but I'm just like, you know what? Let me talk. This Aquarius full moon is like, talk then. So, yeah, I'm talking. But having a Scorpio moon and a Capricorn Mars in my 4th house has been very hard on me. And I have 5 retrograde planets in my chart. Where are my retrograde family at? Because I've only seen one other chart, and I know that there's others, but I've only seen one chart with like more retrogrades than me. It is, I mean, I'm sure it's common, but also not common for me because I haven't seen it. I have 5 retrograde planets. I hate having a retrograde Mars, and then I don't have a retrograde Venus, but my Venus squares my Hades moon, which a Hades moon is basically wherever you have Pluto and your moon conjunct. And coincidentally, I have that conjunction in Scorpio in my 2nd house. It has not been an easy time. And so on top of that, because my vertex is in Taurus, I have my anti-vertex in Scorpio as well, So all that. And don't even get me started on Barbolt's basket thing, because I have later degrees in my chart and then earlier degrees in my chart. So I have my Venus in Leo is at 3 degrees. My Saturn retrograde is at 4 degrees. My Neptune retrograde is at 4 degrees Capricorn. My Pluto retrograde is at 4 degrees Scorpio. So I have a lot of 4-degree codes. My Juno is also conjunct my retrograde Saturn in Sagittarius, my 3rd house. So all that. I've been like wanting to do a whole the podcast talking about this, my personal experience with having this many activations. Last year when we started having after the eclipse in Virgo, we had like 6 lunations at 28 degrees. A lot of astrologers, I'm tongue-tied. I'm so tongue-tied right now. A lot of astrologers were like, 28 degrees is like, it's not going to be that impactful. It's not going to be that exciting of a moon and all that. I'm like, I get that. But it's so heavy because during those lunations, I ended up in the hospital. I unfortunately had to put my dog to sleep. I had a lot of things happening during like November till like even now. It's been one thing after another, and I've been working on my health. I've been having to do a lot of, I feel like I have to become like a monk. I've been doing so much meditation work, like going deep in trance and kind of going into healing myself from within. I mean, that's kind of how we do it. This is how we do it. Anyway, so it's crazy. Me on a personal level, I think that this is going to be very healthy for me to just talk. I'm a Gemini. I want to talk. And I want to talk about occult topics and such because I have a lot of knowledge and I love talking about these things. And I think at one point, a very personal thing happened where I couldn't trust myself anymore. And I stopped posting as much about myself online. And I'm being so for real for anyone that's listening to this. So yay for whoever's listening. Thank you. I did not want to share myself at all anymore. So I just kind of became an identity. I chose the identity of, okay, just do readings. But I want to be able to relate to whoever's watching, making friends, community. I have a Venus and Leo in the 11th house, for Christ's sake. Come on. And yes, being a Libra rising kind of sucks because you have all the signs flipped around. So you have like a freaking opposition, like with the original like energy. For example, Aries rising will have the zodiac the way it's supposed to be because we start off with Aries. Libra rising has it flipped. So Libra would be 1st house and Aries would be 7th. And then everything it's an actual opposition and it sucks. So there's been a lot about learning patience with myself, most of all, because very easy to people please in the past, and I'm still working on that. And a lot of Libras are working through that. It's hard, you know. And when Venus goes into Libra, this I almost said lunation, this period is going to be very interesting. Let me see. Oh my God, is it okay? Okay, 5 minutes. I'm still talking. Maybe I'll do more of these. But I would like to do audio podcast format. I miss talking like this. It's nice. It feels very liberating. I get to express myself. I was just really scared to do that again because I felt for a time that my voice didn't matter, that when I thought it did, I felt very exploited by certain individuals in certain spaces. So I just didn't want to share myself anymore. My Scorpio moon said, we're closing up again. We're closing. We're not opening. Not open for business. That sounds weird. But I don't know. And I'm hoping to do more of these kinds of videos, just talking with you guys. I hope that there are some people that like this kind of stuff because I want to share it anyway. I want to make friends. I want to create a community. I want us to share about our experiences and talk about astrology or spirituality so we don't feel so alone in these transitional phases that we're going through. That's what I want to do during this time. And hopefully I can organize myself a little better and put more out into the world and share myself because I shouldn't want to hide myself just because I was hurt in the past. And that is a very big lesson for me. Opening up my heart again and sharing myself and all these things. I have a tendency of merging when I am involved with certain spaces or people. It's a Scorpio thing. Scorpio loves merging with one, like, especially intimately. It's such a beautiful feeling to, like, that intimacy, and it not just like a romantic partner or whatnot. It's just that beautiful intimacy of being able to trust one another, to have deep conversations. I love deep conversations. I can't do surface level. I'm so sorry. I try, and it's not it for me because I understand that not everyone has the capacity to do more right now. We're all so exhausted, honestly, collectively. We're all so exhausted. But yeah, to wrap this up because I'm babbling so much, but thank you for listening. If you've listened to the whole thing, part 1 and 2. For YouTube, I'm most likely just gonna put them together. But thanks, guys. I really want you guys to feel better and give yourself grace because it has been a very hard time. And you've got this. All right. Love you all. Mwah! Bye.